Alright guys, we're back. Yes, we're back to a new game called Hello Goodbye. It's a new visual novel and it has dating sim qualities as well as it's like a type of mystery game too, like a spy game or something like that. So let's just begin. Yes, work of fiction, of course. A certain politician stood boldly in front of the lectern, looking out at the vast audience before him.
日本で暮らす同志たちよ。私も日本で暮らしている。これも何かの縁だ。足を止めて、私の話に耳を傾けてほしい。我々は今、歴史の節目にいる。ここで我々が受け継いだ歴史は終わる。しかし、日本列島は変わらない。列島に住む我々も変わらない。100年前、いや、それよりもずっと前から続く奇跡の先端に我々はいる。我々がここにたどり着くまでに一体どれだけの人生が費やされてきただろう。
Alright.
彼らの人生の上に我々はいる。それがここで終わりなのだろうか。いや、断じて終わりではない。ここからが始まりだ。日本で暮らす同志たちよ。どうか私の話に耳を傾けてほしい。我々は今、歴史の節目にいる。ここで我々が受け継いだ歴史が終わる。ここから我々が作り出す歴史が始まる。我々を縛る歴史が終わる。ここからは我々が歴史を作るのだ。ここまでが終わりであり、ここからが始まりである。
That's all? The venue was filled to the brim, with each person listening attentively to his every word, their eyes glued. Positioned throughout the crowd were the mass media recording the man with their equipment, broadcasting this event across the country. Everywhere you looked, there were cameras flashing. These photos would appear front and center on every news publications the following morning. It was only a matter of time that the entire country knew of his name, and knowing his name meant knowing his message, what he stood for. Little did the people know at this time how his words would come to shape history. Little did the man himself know. He only knew what his country, what his people meant to him. So he injected those feelings into every word that he uttered. And again, a new beginning follows yet another end. I'm in a train. I feel a vibrating sensation and wake up to find myself sitting inside a train. Ugh. I must have been sleeping in a bad position because my neck and shoulders feel really sore. The seat beside me is empty, so I rotate my shoulders and stretch my arms. I take a deep breath and check my surroundings. I appear to be the only person in this compartment. I can make out two other passengers inside the neighboring one though. This train can't even be at 10% capacity, but I have this entire compartment to myself, so I can relax and make myself cozy. That's probably why I fell asleep in the first place. Vibrations from moving vehicles are known to cause drowsiness, so it's not limited to trains. There's just something relaxing about the nice, consistent rhythm with the occasional bump. After looking out the window for some time, I start to get a feel for the area we're traversing in. Where am I? What train is this? It seems a little smaller than the one I vaguely remember getting on. The decor seems cleaner, and on the whole, it seems much fancier and newer. But the most obvious difference is the coloring of the walls and advertisements. Suddenly, something pops into my head. Morino. This train is actually a monorail that is running on the Morino monorail line. But why am I on this monorail? Why am I going to this place? Fresh questions run through my head as I rummage through my memory, trying to find the words that might tell me. Kaito. Suddenly I remember a name, my own name. Right. I'm Tobo Kaito. Well, that's not entirely true. Tobo Kaito is the name I will be assuming from now on. The memory was the trigger and everything else came flooding in. I now remember why I'm in this situation. The train I'm on is in fact the monorail line, and its destination is also Morino. Inside my pocket is a brand new wallet. I take it out and open it. Inside are an EC card, a credit card, an insurance card, and a driver's license. All of these are needed if I'm to become Toba Kaito. My memory confirms for me nothing is missing, and I can't forget these. I take out a handful of documents from the bag I have with me. So that's you. That's today's date and your birthday. 1st of April, huh? April's Fools. That's not a good date to be born. People are gonna see you as a joke. I wonder if they're gonna make a reference to that. Well, then again, this is Tobo Kaito, not himself, really. Yeah, that's true. On one document, I see a picture with the name Tobo Kaito printed to its right. The person in the picture is obviously myself. I look at the train window and see the very same face reflected. Tobo Kaito, Tobo Kaito, Tobo Kaito. I repeat the name aloud over and over. This will help me memorize the pronunciation and get used to seeing it written. Tobo Kaito, that's who I am. I try to mentally link the name with myself so I don't make any mistakes, but it'll still be a while before I truly comfortable with it. If someone calls me that name, I have to respond without hesitation. I have to make the connection that they're talking about me instantly. It's crucial that I become accustomed to this. Yeah, if you're pretending to be someone else, it's hard, right? Sometimes. Since, after all, I took on this name for a reason. And what's that reason? The Security Department of the Military of the United Provinces of Japan's Intelligence Branch. I am a member of their elite unit. You want me to go on a reconnaissance? I probably said the wrong mission to Morino and assume the name Tobo Kaito. Is that correct, sir? I made sure to keep my back straight and speak clearly to my superior as I examined the documents he gave me. The man in front of me was the chief of the security department and also the elite unit's commander. Page. The name Page caught me off guard, and I thought he was talking to someone else for a brief second, but I quickly remembered. Page is my nickname, my military nickname to be accurate, and only select number of close acquaintances call me by it. The name came from the Page card in a minor arcana. The first time I had to be called the name was during one of our military training sessions. There has been a push to take the so-called tech names Air Force pilots use and have the regular army use them as well. They were primarily used during our training. So the name they decided for me was Page, from the tarot. Page, because the page was a servant of the king. The name was given to me with nothing but sarcasm intended. Hey, you're born on April's Fool, so it's gonna make sense. And I could hear the same sarcasm in the way my chief spoke the name to me seconds ago. I have to admit though, it was a pretty fitting name considering how my old man told me and used me like he was my king.
資料を読めばわかると思うが、任務は森の在住の学院生として潜入することだ。
The chief sat down in his chair while keeping his eyes on me. His office was cluttered everywhere you looked, and the way his diplomas, medals, and decorations were displayed made it seem like he was intentionally trying to brag. The previous person in his position, on the other hand, was much more discreet and private about those things. Well, there's people like that all over the place, right? What can you do? The change in office appearance was more than telling. of the change in occupant.
その学院は昔からある名門だそうで、学生気分が抜けない者が適任と判断した。
Gotcha. Yes, sir. I didn't really react physically to his words, which I perceived to be meant jokingly. I shifted my eyes from the documents and met my gaze.
どうだ?
His gaze.
やれるか?
Gonna have to write. Tobakaito. I like the sound of that name much more than Page.
期待している。
An important mission, huh? He ignored the speck of sarcasm in my words. I then saluted and left the room, documents in hand. Alright. So that's Undercover. That was essentially the story of how I ended up with this mission. And now back to the present time, I'm currently on my way there. All that's left to do is successfully enter and become Toba Kaito. As I hear the announcements that we're arriving to our destination, I quickly put the documents away. We arrived to Morino. I finished my obnoxiously lengthy conversation with the immigration officers and exit the station. An unfamiliar city stretches all around me. Yet, oddly enough, I feel like I've seen this place before. Morino, more formally known as Special District Morino. This is the one single demilitarized zone throughout the entirety of the Japanese islands. That's enough to make the city famous on its own, but on top of that, Morino also makes mainstream news at least once per week. I wonder if one of the news was the thing earlier in the game. It's a relatively small city with a population of only 160,649, but its special position as the single DMZ means that there's no shortage of people who visit for political or economic purposes, both people inside Japan and across the world. The view I have of the city from the station here is one I've seen on the news countless times, but it's a whole different experience seeing it with your own eyes. Yeah, I bet. I look around and then take out a map and check where my destination is. It's hard to miss on the map Academy Island, the island on which the Shudo Academy is built. Academy Island. At least it's not Academy City. That's something else. Even without the map, you would have to be blind to get lost trying to get there. Now comes the question of how to get there. The current inspection could make a taxi trip pretty costly. I guess I'll just walk to the bridge and decide when I get there. It wasn't a straight shot of the road leading to the bridge, but since I could see it from where I was at the station, I managed to get there without asking for help. They call this bridge the Great Denshudo Bridge. It connects the mainland with the island, which lies at approximately 1 kilometer from the coast. You might think it's a bit too big for a bridge to be built just for the academy, and you'd be right, it serves other purposes too. Morino has 3 harbors, and one of those is located in the Academy Island. The harbor is open to the public, and additionally, private boats and ships are allowed to anchor there. So the place sees quite a lot of views. The bridge is basically seen as the link between the mainland and the harbor. Pretty long bridge, though. I probably should have realized how exhausting it would be to cross this thing on foot. The students on the academy somehow make this walk on a daily basis. It's just 1 kilometer, it's not that bad. Come on, man. After crossing the bridge, I make my way to my destination. For most people, Academy Island is on the landmark of the special district Morino. Academy Island, on that note, is only its colloquial name. The real official name on this island is Morino Island. Oh, wow, okay. Makes sense. It being the home of the renowned Denshudo Academy just gradually over time led to the people calling it Academy Island. This school has a long rich history to its name. It started out as a private school built near the end of the Teguko era by a Christian church located on the island. The name Denshudo Academy, however, it still didn't come until around a century ago during the Civil War that split Japan into 2. So Japan split? Okay. Ever since that day, the school has been a witness to the drastic changes this country has undergone in those 100 years from its home here in Morino. The fact that people recognize the school enough to call the island Academy Island should tell one how esteemed and respected it is. Okay, nighttime to find the faculty room. I need to get there first to complete the remaining transfer procedures. So I haven't completed these transfer yet? Well, Okay. So school year, or whatever you want to call it, semester is already undergoing. After finishing those, I leave the room accompanied by a teacher. This was also, incidentally, her last bit of work for the day. So I just need to get it from the work office tomorrow and bring it back to you, correct?
そう、あさってでもいいのよ。
Oh, a sister? A nun? Ah, so I guess it is a Christian school. I know, I just wanted to finish the formalities as soon as possible.
しっかりしてるわね。それじゃあ明日も職員室に来てください。私は明日も出勤してるので。
Okay, I'll do that. Once again, thank you for helping me with this, Sister Therese. Oh, do you mind if I just call you sister? She's my homeroom teacher, and apparently everyone just calls her sister, so I might as well do the same. Gotta fit in, right?
構わないわ。
Also, I was wondering, your name is Therese, so...
洗礼名よ。私は生まれも育ちも日本よ。ハーフかと思った？
Yes, my apologies. That was a bit of a weird question. Anyway, sister, it was nice to meeting you, and I look forward to seeing you in class soon.
本当にしっかりしてるわね。
Gotta show respect.
一人暮らしは初めてみたいだけど、大丈夫そうね。不安なら先生も相談に乗るから。
Okay, thank you. My parents both work, so I've already learned how to cook. I should be able to hold up fine without any issues.
そう。ここでは学業に専念できるように、平日も休日も朝昼晩と学食で食事を取れるようになってるから、よかったら利用してね。
Oh yes, I heard that. That seems like a great boon for the students here.
本当に慣れてるみたいね。変更。
She seems happy that I'll be able to figure things out mostly on my own, or at least that's how I like to interpret her smile. The background they call for Dobo Kaito that's in my document says that I frequently change schools and have lived in multiple different cities. Hence, this is supposed to be nothing new for me. I'm originally from the Commonwealth, but I also lived in the UPJ for a period of time.
家庭の事情とはいえ、大変だったのね。
I won't deny it. I enjoyed being able to experience so many places, but I also kind of want to just settle down somewhere and not move anymore.
そのためにも勉強頑張ってね。
Yes, I plan to do that. Toba Kaito is from up north in the Commonwealth of Japan and had to move frequently throughout his life because of his parents' jobs. He enrolled into Tenshuro Academy to earn a degree while living apart from his parents. Since both of his parents work, he got sort of used to living alone, and so the school accepted him under the reason that this would be an appropriate environment for him to further his education. That was essentially the short version of Tokaito's life. He lived in UPJ for some of his life, transferred schools a lot, etc., etc. It's all what you might call made up bullshit. Hey, you're pretending to be someone else, so I mean, a good memory. Luckily, I've already internalized the majority of it, so I managed to talk obviously about myself with Sister Therese. Yeah, you're able to play the part really well, but that doesn't mean I'm 100% confident I won't mess up. It's pretty exhausting to assume a false identity like this. Good point. It might take time. I have to get more used to it. The school dorms are on the mainland, so I need to cross over the bridge again. My room is ready and my luggage should be there too. I have time to kill, but I should probably get there before it gets dark just in case any unexpected complications arise. But all of that aside, a view of the mainland Morino from across the sea is seriously beautiful. It's breathtaking. That's a big city. That looks really cool. And I can only imagine how much more beautiful it'll be come nighttime with all the city lights. So this is the famous demilitarized zone. God only knows how this view has changed over the 100 years since the Civil War. The island population grew through the reclaiming of the land, and then the bridge was built not too long ago. The city's area has grown as well. You even have houses built on the sloped areas. I hear that the abandoned area around the monorail was uninhabited until not too long ago. The reservation area starts there and stretches until the base of the mountains. On the peak of the mountain, there's a park. A park, huh? It would probably be interesting to look at Morino from there. You'd probably get an entirely different view of the city. Oh, we're changing locations, huh? After crossing the bridge, I get on the tram. Oh, you can actually click on words. I get it. Like definitions. And road, the stop nearest park. The tram is incredibly useful for people here in Morino. You're gonna get anywhere you want using it. But naturally, it can take you to the top of the mountain. Now I'm off the tram. I walk onward to the park. The number of people I see dwindles the further I climb until eventually I'm the only one. Finally reach it only to find that nobody is there. No wonder. This park may be pretty, but the climb is just it's like a memorial park or something? Maybe? The sun was still bright when I was on Academy Islands, but it's already gotten late to the point that it's starting to disappear behind the mountains. The breeze coming from the ocean is chilly and unexpectedly strong. But still, I have to say, the evening glow of the sun really makes this park look amazing. The shadow of the monument dyed red by the sun is stretched out almost like a sundial, reminding me of that fleetingness of this spectacle. Wonder what place gives me the best view of the town. If someone were around, then I could ask them, but it looks like I'll have to find it on my own. I stroll through the park until I see what seems to be a fitting place. It's really windy. I can see most of the city from here. Yeah, it's down there. I'm on a hillside full of absolutely gorgeous wildflowers. I almost wonder if these flowers are actually wild. They're almost too beautiful for that to be the case. It could just be the work of some dedicated gardener. Phew, this is amazing. Talk about a breathtaking view. I mean, you had to climb all the way up here, so had to be breathtaking. The crimson glimmer on the ocean surface, the shadow of the trees and the buildings and the mountain ranges is also picturesque. It almost seems surreal. But this scenery wasn't created by any sort of regulations or ordinances from government officials. Morino has always existed as itself and maintained its identity through the course of history. The city is alive and flourished, and that's what this view symbolizes. Someone's here. I thought I was alone. I instantly turn in the direction I perceive the voice coming from. After which, I see a lone girl standing there amidst the wide array of flowers. My earlier observation was wrong. The park wasn't empty. This girl seems to be the one who tends these flowers. As for why I think that I would be the watering can she has in her hands. But honestly, beyond that, her attire seems a bit ill-fitted for gardening work. I'm not sure if I should say something to her, but for some reason I can't take my eyes off her. I'm not even seeing her yet. And I have to say something to make things less awkward, but I can't seem to find the right words. The words I say a minute or so ago are replaying in my mind on an endless loop. Breathtaking. Of course, the girl doesn't catch on to my embarrassment and simply returns me a pleasant smile. She washes her hands with the water in the water can, then dries them with a towel and walks over to me.
Konnichiwa.
Well, hello indeed. Hello indeed. Still, with a smile on her face, she bows slightly and greets me. We're the only two people here, so I know she can't be talking to anyone but me. Hello.
じめましてを言うのを忘れてました。では最初から。
Well, I mean, you seem really polite. You don't have to. You don't have to, but okay.
おふん。はじめまして、こんにちは。時間的にはこんばんはですね。
No, that's not.
どうしました？
Nervous, maybe? She gave me a puzzled look, all while still maintaining that smile. I was just wondering, do you know me? Wait, of course you don't. You just call me Mister.
なるほどです。
She claps her hands.
私の名前は雪城メイって言います。よろしくお願いします。
Yukishiro Mei. Speechless.
初めて会うから自己紹介だったんですけど、間違ってましたか？
No, I'm just nervous. Oh no, you didn't do anything wrong. It's nice to meet you. I extend my hand. She sees my hand and smiles
よ
again.
かった。手が汚れてたら握手できないと思って手を洗っておきました。
Wow, that's interesting. You plan
お
well.
褒めいただき嬉しいです。
When meeting someone for the first time, it's proper etiquette to shake hands. She goes and shakes my hand. Even though she just washed it, her hands feel warm. What's the deal with
あ
that?
なたのお名前は？
She asks with me that soft, innocent smile of hers, which only increases my embarrassment. I have no intentions of resisting that smile. My name is Toba Kaito. I give her my fake name.
東部海藤海藤さん？
Phantom Thief? Nope, I'm not a thief. Toba Kaito is my name. At least it will be during my stay here. You shouldn't be saying that.
ここにいる間？
Oh, dude, you just reveal yourself. Oh man, that's horrible. You just the girl points out the obviousness of my blunder, and although at once I begin to panic. Well, that's just I have to call myself Tobakaito while I'm here for certain personal reasons. And now I was only further tacking on lies, digging my grave even deeper. Yeah, you're making things worse. I know that I'm not in my right mind right now. If I was, I wouldn't have let slip something that important yet this early. But then she says something I absolutely didn't see coming.
お猿の事情？
Personal reasons. Your pronunciation was a little off there.
過ごさなければならない？
I nod so she understands. Well, this is a dilemma. I had to. I regret wholeheartedly blurting that
だ
out.
としたらそれは内緒でしょうか？
Basically, yeah, absolutely. Nobody can know. Damn it! How could I be so careless? Too late, man. As much as I felt bad about lying to this poor girl, the truth was not something that I could tell her. Why am I freaking out so much right now? Just calm down. Take deep breaths.
そう。わかりました。内緒ですね。了解です。
I hope so, May. I hope so. Thank you for your cooperation. Oh, and I guess I forgot to say it, but it's nice to meet you. Yukishiro May.
はい。よろしくお願いします。東部海斗くん。
I can tell that she took my words at face value, both in how bright the smile of hers is and how genuinely she shook my hand. She seems to trust me completely, to such an extent that I'm worried about someone being so innocently naive.
海斗くんはここに来たの初めてですか？
Indeed. I've been to Morino before, but this is my first time in the park. I had a bit of a free time, so I just decided to check this place
来てみ
out.
たんだけど。
beautiful. It's stunningly beautiful.
そうなんです。ちょうどこの時間帯のここから見る街が綺麗なんです。だから私、ここが好きなんです。
Awesome. She and I just met, yet we both share the same impression of this view. Both the city and this girl shining under the crimson sun appears so beautiful to me. But in this moment, I see neither the blooming flowers nor the panorama of the city. The only thing in my eyes seem to be this girl and her alone. Is something? I asked Dad, noticing that she's staring at me
ご
too.
めんなさい。カイトくんがいい顔してたから、ちょっと見てました。
Okay, thank you. Her words throw me off guard and I struggle to find the right way to respond. Really? That's all I can manage to say. But despite the embarrassment, I can't take my eyes off of her.
髪が夕日でキラキラしてて、綺麗ですよ。
Speechless. I don't want to make the situation any worse for me than it already is, so I keep my mouth shut. Transition. Alright, guys. That was a good start of this visual novel. Apparently, Paige, because that's at least that's his nickname, is pretending to be someone else, and he's at a city, pretending to be Tobo Kaito. What is his intentions? I don't know, but the thing is, I slipped already. He made a mistake. He announced that that wasn't his real name to this girl, May. That it started so badly, eh? Sometimes you see a beautiful girl and you can't think right, and that's probably what happened. Well, anyways, guys, I'm gonna stop the video right here. It's fun. I'm gonna continue playing this game, and along with the other games as well. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you've made it this far into the video, leave a like, leave a comment if you would like to as well. Subscribe if you're new, share it with your friends, and I'll see you guys on the next one.